Good evening, y'all. It's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, here with another Create and Relate. Today is October 14th. It is Monday evening. Hopefully I can get it out while it's still October 14th. I didn't come to you to talk to you for a long time tonight. I am going to crochet while I'm here, as I gave myself until tomorrow to kind of fall back on my crochet along. As I told you once before, my crochet along for this month is going to be runners for my dresser, my nightstand, and my jewelry box that was left to me by my mother. Before I go any further, I would love to thank all of my subscribers, all of you. I can't put one above the other, but those who have subscribed over the past few days, you guys are absolutely awesome. You are. And I thank you for finding me. I thank you for seeing enough in me to subscribe. And I pray and hope that I can keep you and convince you to tell others, and that they will jump on board and we can ride this journey together. A little bit about me for those of you who recently subscribed. I am from the Peninsula in Virginia. I reside in Hampton, Virginia. I'm a North Carolinian from my heart. I was raised in Wilson, North Carolina. I was raised an only child for 53 years, and then I found out that I actually had siblings. I have met two of my siblings. According to what I've heard, there are more. I'm not sure. I never knew my father. I used to sing the song "Papa Was a Rolling Stone." And when I first found my siblings, that kind of became my favorite song. And then I felt kind of disrespectful in singing it, because I don't know his situation or circumstances. So my daddy is my daddy. I look like my daddy. So, but then again, I look like my mama too. I have 3 beautiful children. I raised 35. Of my 3 beautiful children, I have 2 absolutely gorgeous grandchildren. And somebody just threw something at my window. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Hold on. I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so back to the little bit about me, and I'm trying to keep it as short as possible, about my crocheting journey. I started when I was 5 years old. I am currently 60. I know I don't look it, do I? No, but seriously, don't stop. I have been crocheting for 55 plus years. There have been long bouts of not crocheting. I initially started, my babysitter taught me, and her reasoning was I was hyperactive. I am a child of the 60s, so I'm a baby boomer. And, back then they didn't do a lot of medication and stuff. So she thought crocheting would calm me down. After I made the 3 projects that she started with me with, I didn't want to see another crochet hook. So it took about 3 years, and I finally, they were doing crochet in my school, and I already knew how to crochet, so they turned a supposed to be learning lesson for me into a teaching lesson for the rest of the class, and I got bored and worn out with that, and I picked it up again as a teenager. Kind of been sticking with it since. There have been little bouts of not crocheting, but I can tell you since probably about 2000, I believe it was, went back and reassessed it recently, there's not been a day that I have not had a crochet hook and some yarn in my hands, and I absolutely love it. It's so much a part of me. I can literally crochet while I'm sleeping. So, but I'm not an expert. Please do not take that as me thinking that I'm an expert. I am currently pursuing going back to school, wanting to get my master's in crochet, because I want to learn. There's so much that I don't know, and I want to learn. I want to learn. I'm a learner. I love gaining knowledge because I love sharing knowledge. I am also a poet. I'm a spoken word artist. I am an author, a published poetic author, and a published novelist. My books can be found on Amazon. I'm going to try to remember to put those in the description box. They're not right now. Currently, I am disabled 100% medically. I have a heart condition along with a host of other problems stemming from recurring migraines to recurring kidney stones, arthritis from the back down to my toes. Recently discovered degenerative osteoarthritis in my lower back as I'm losing bone mass. Most recently found out that I have a hernia. I also have asthma. I have multiple sclerosis. Oh God, it goes on. I've had 2 carpal tunnel repairs, yet I crocheted while I was in recovery from those. I love to crochet. As my go-to in crocheting is blankets. I love making blankets. I love the long haul projects. I recently got turned on to apparels and very recently made myself a dress, which I generally don't crochet for myself. But I absolutely love that dress. If you go back and look at some of my videos, you will see it. You will see me in it. I have made my granddaughter several things. I've made my grandson several things, my daughters. I'm a crocheter. As recently as April, sustained a concussion. I had a really bad cough, and it caused me to pass out. Somewhere along the line, I hit my head. While I was hospitalized, the doctor, totally did something with my medications. So since April 2nd, I have been experiencing very lower extremity edema, which means swelling in my lower extremities. It has taken away a lot of my mobility because it's very painful. And but I am a fighter. I am very much for advocating for your own health, as I'm having to do now, advocating for yourself, period. I'm very much into self-love. I am very much into high energy. I'm Sagittarius. I have a birthday wish listed in the description box. And it's real simple. Yarn. I want yarn. I want lots and lots and lots of yarn. I believe in having fun. I believe that my purpose here on earth is to bring peace and love. And I spread that. I spread as much joy as I possibly can. So, hopefully this is a place that you will enjoy being. And like I said, travel this journey with me. My hopes as far as this channel is concerned is to become monetized, because being disabled, we are on a fixed income. I got a double thing going here. I'm disabled and I'm a senior citizen. So what I have coming in doesn't even match what I need in going out. Fortunately, I have loving children, one of which lives with me. Not only is she my daughter and we roommates, she's also my care provider, because sometimes I can get really, really, really bad off. And she's here to help. And she does. But I want to become monetized because I want to at least feel like I'm pulling my weight. She does not complain at all. But being a single mother, even though I did raise 35 kids, I am so used to being the provider. I am so used to being that one that pulls everything together and gets everything together. Forgive me, I will shift a lot, and I hope that it doesn't bother you. I, because of being immobilized, developed very, very, very thin skin on the back of my thighs. So what I have is comparable to diaper rash, and it's very uncomfortable. So I have to shift a lot. Okay. Um, I've had a very dark past, as I've had a lot of things to happen to me as being a female. I'll leave that part right there. And I can also tell you that I've had some really, really bad, really, really abusive relationships. I am currently single and enjoying being single because I'm safe with me. As a result of my past, I do have PTSD, anxiety disorder, OCD. I do suffer from depression, but I also advocate for therapy. A lot of people, especially around my age, see it as taboo, but it is one of the best things that has happened in my life. And I push for people to find out one to talk to. I generally push for a psychologist over a psychiatrist. Difference being, a psychologist helps you to find ways to deal with. They give you tools to work with. Psychiatrists, on the other hand, slap a prescription in your hand and call it a day. I don't think medication helps everything. My take on that is Big Pharma is a big company. They give these samples and things to doctors and encourage them to write prescriptions, and these doctors get a kickback from that. So they push medication without getting to know the patient. In some senses, medication, in some instances, medication does help or work, but in a lot of them it makes an already bad situation worse. To give you an example, in 2009, I had gotten up to 150 milligrams of Zoloft daily. And I took my last Zoloft on June 6th. July 6th. Unfortunately, on July 6th, I said I do. Approximately 6 weeks later, August 15th, by the time the Zoloft got out of my system, I realized I didn't. And I refuse any mind-altering drugs from that point on. I love being able to make my own decisions. And like I said, I love spreading joy and cheer. I was not a very cheerful person. I wasn't. And I didn't like who I was, and I didn't feel like I could change it. So, welcome to the happy side of life. Welcome to the crochet side of life. I am a person who will crochet an entire project and frog it. Simply because I changed my mind about what I wanted to be. I have gifted a lot of crocheting. I have sold a lot of crocheting. I have made things that I just go back and look at and be like, oh, that's cute. Oh, I wonder if I can replicate that. I love creating. My downfall in that is that I'm not very good at writing patterns so that other people understand them, which is another reason I want to go to school. But enough about that. What I am making now are runners for my dresser, my chest of drawer, and my jewelry box. I started in September doing a crochet along every month, and all it is every day we just kind of come together, and whatever we're working on, we just kind of spend that time crocheting and talking, or I chat and just let you in on a little part of my day and give you a chance to blow off some steam or whatever. Every now and then I will do lives, and I enjoy it when people come in and let me know they're there. I do what I call is homework every day. There are quite a few creators who I every morning go in and check out their videos. It's for the purpose of learning. You know, there are some that I follow who have thousands of subscribers. There's some who I follow who don't have that many subscribers. There's one in particular that I follow who has had their channel since I think it's at 2013, and they don't have very many subscribers, but I find their content extremely interesting and informative. So sometimes, as far as making these channels, it's not all about how many you can get, but it depends on what you're looking for. If you're just looking to get information out there, then that might be what this person is about. I don't know. I don't know them personally. Going back to me being a poet, one direction that I'm going to be going with my channel is I used to every morning send out inspirational motivations to a list of people in my contact list. And I first started out doing it as an experiment, and it felt good to do it. So my coffee time in the morning was sending out those little messages. Well, quite honestly, I miss doing it. I do. I really miss doing it. So I said I wanted to do it again. So what I will be doing, probably starting next week, is daily putting out a little morning inspirational motivation. And I started today making my little notes. I have all of them in my phone. But I'm going to be using, several tools to get my little messages across. Little 5 to maybe 15-minute videos. I'll be putting out just a little something to start your day and get you going. I am a Christian, and I am I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a holier than thou, beat you in the head with my beliefs. I believe everybody does have an opinion, and I believe we can share our opinions without beating each other down or saying negative things about each other. So I'm always welcome and open to listen or read, or however you want to come across to me. But as long as we do it respectfully, we're fine. I guess you can see I love to laugh. I love to laugh. I love to smile. I think it's part of what helps me look youthful. Like I said about self-love, and then going back to the fact that I'm 60, I don't think I look 60. I don't. Do I feel 60? Every day. Every day. But that's been since April. That has been since April. And I'm fighting to get back to that youthful feel as well. As I come across tips and things in my life, if I feel that it'll help somebody else, I will share it. If I've come across something negative that I might want to help others steer away from, I've seen it, not only affect me negatively, but other people, I share it. But it's all centered around this is the love of my life. Yes. So, and I love to sing. So I have given you everything you need to know about me, my little crochet along for this evening. Oh, and I love challenges. I will look for challenges in the crochet community and jump on board. That's how this got to be. And it's not completed. At the beginning of October, Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches and Kayla from Llama Mama Kayla put out a 7-day challenge, October 1st to October 7th, to help you get rid of your big balls. Love saying that, by the way. So it was just grabbing your big balls, crocheting as much as you could in those 7 days. Well, it's recently been extended through the month of October. like I said, I crochet a lot. I do. I don't care if it's a few stitches a day. This piece right here, this is actually my 5th start. This ball has been wound so many times today. I can show you a few things. There is a Boggy Creek blanket drive that's going on. There's a camp in Florida, the Boggy Creek Foundation, that it's a special needs camp, and what they do when they invite the kids for their camp, their week of being there, or however they do it. I never went to one, so I don't know, so I would say their retreat. Then each bed gets a blanket, and when the kid leaves at the end of that week or that time for that camping, they get to take their blanket with them. I think that's fabulous. I do. This is the most recent one that I made that I'm going to be donating. Their specifics are the blankets, if they're rectangular, they have to be in the realm of 30 by 60. If they're square, 40 by 40, thereabout. This, of course, is circular. So you have to make sure that it's at least 40 inches at the longest point. And this one is 42 inches. This actually started out as a Bohemian vest. I've always wanted to make one. And as I was making it, I was like, now I see that I can design one. I will turn this into a Boggy Creek blanket, and we'll do the vest another time. So that's how this came to be, and I didn't frog it. But I am working on doing a tutorial. It is going to be a multi-part tutorial, and I've already recorded part 1. I'm just not ready to release it yet. This is another Boggy Creek blanket. The square in the middle is my design. I actually did 2 of those. There's another one over here that I have to finish. Meaning the square. I did 2 of the squares. And there's another one over here. There are 2 over here that I have to finish. And there are 2 in my closet. And there's a star that I started over there. I have many whips. I do. That's 2. The first one, the yellow one, I call Starburst. I don't know what I call that second one. I haven't given it a name yet. I like to name my projects. This one is Checks and Balances. I absolutely love it. I love this one so much. And the dress that I made for myself, made out of this. So cool and comfortable, light and airy. I got my dress design idea from Jennifer of Cinnamon Stitches. When she makes apparel, she keeps the big beautiful girls in mind. This one I call Cornfield. This is actually Temu yarn. Look at that. You see that stretchability? Oh my goodness. It is so soft. All of these were completed this month. They were started last month, but they were completed this month. And there is my strawberry patch. So, all of these are Boggy Creek blankets. had someone ask me who saw them recently, isn't it going to hurt you to just let those go? And I had to point out how much yarn I have, the fact that God has granted me the gift of being able to crochet. So if there's anything up there that I want to do again, I can do it if I want another one. But for right now, that's for those babies. Absolutely. So those are what I have right now. This is what I've started for the tutorial. I don't feel I have the equipment to do proper tutorials, so I kind of shied away from them. But I figured the best way to do it is to crochet up certain amounts, and then we do the crochet along together, and then I will, go further, and you know how it goes. So that's that. And now back to the crochet along. I recently started asking engaging questions so that people would jump in the comment section more. I love reading the comments and I love responding to them. I don't care if I do nothing but give a thumbs up or a heart, and or both. It doesn't, either one. I absolutely read all comments. I recently learned that sometimes people who leave comments to some of the older videos, I don't get those until a little bit later, but I'm constantly checking that comment area. Constantly checking that comment area. So I might not get to it right away, but trust me, I will. I will. For years, my favorite hook size was an H. I recently fell in love with the J. I love the pliability that it gives to my work. I tend to crochet kind of tight. I have loosened up a lot as I've gotten older, learning to control my tension better. Okay, I have a recipe that I would love to share with you guys, and it does not involve a lot of cooking. It's basically buying something that's pre-cooked and just adding to it. So I recently got a rotisserie chicken from Walmart. Needless to say, I don't like their rotisserie chickens. I know that sounds bad, but my grandchildren love them. But I wanted to make it so that everybody could eat it. One thing I don't like, I like crispy skin on chicken. If the skin has to stay up there, I'm not too big on the skin being up there. I really don't even like it up there. If you can peel the skin off and batter the chicken properly and fry it, I'm down with that. But if not, at least, even if you pan sear it, make the skin crispy. When Walmart does their rotisserie, it sits in the juice so long that the juice on the back of the chicken becomes soggy. And to me, it's not good. So, with the last rotisserie chicken that I bought, oh, and I'm a Geechee. I am the descendant of a true Geechee. My grandfather was South Carolina born and raised. He was a Geechee. Everything that we ate was with rice. We would eat rice with peas mixed in it, rice with meats mixed in it, rice with leafy vegetables mixed in it, right? Sometimes butter and rice. We are a rice eating family, and it has trickled on down to me. So, with that being said, if you take that rotisserie chicken out of the juice that it's been sitting in for however long it's been sitting in that bin, I usually get them when they first come out. So, you take your barbecue sauce. I think we use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, the regular barbecue sauce, and you completely baste that rotisserie chicken with barbecue sauce. Like I said, I get mine early in the day when they first come out. I expect to have this by dinner. So if you just completely take your basting brush and, I mean, seriously, like, cover it until you can see nothing but barbecue sauce. Sit it in your refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Let that flavor kind of soak in. Then you want to pop it in the oven. You want to make sure it's covered completely so that it will go throughout, but you only want it in the oven for like 15 minutes. You want to take it out, leave it covered up, and let it sit. You're not going to have it in the juices. Your skin is going to be crispy. You're going to have like the perfect barbecue chicken. Now when you get ready for dinner, then 15 minutes before dinner, you want to pop it back in the oven. I don't want it higher than 300. So you want to pop it back in the oven for 10 minutes covered and 5 minutes uncovered. And that will make that skin real nice and crispy. It'll give it that like so perfect barbecue flavor. If you want to make your barbecue sauce, old secret from my grandmother: mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, sugar, a tad of vinegar, hot sauce, cayenne pepper. Mix those ingredients, each to your liking, depending on how light or dark or bold or zesty you like your barbecue sauce. When you have that perfect taste for you, put a dash of cinnamon in it. I'm just saying. Those are just a few cooking tips that I share. If you notice, if ever I give cooking tips, I don't say a lot about salt. My grandfather was also diabetic, and coming up in a diabetic home, we never did a lot of salt. When I cook my rice, I put a dash of salt in my rice, potatoes, any of my starches, just to get the freshness off of it. When I say a dash, I mean a dash. I'm thinking of each molecule of salt soaking up the freshness, that bland taste that it gives in the beginning. That's all I want to get rid of. I'm not trying to make anybody sick. I don't even want to taste the salt, so to speak. My daughter, when she cooks pretty much with no salt. We really do not use salt like talking about. Back in the day, when they were younger, we used to get like garlic salt and onion salt. That would be the only salt that I would use, unless it was like the all-purpose seasoning, whatever was in it. If it's a blend or something, we might, but other than that, we concentrate more on flavors than seasonings, I guess is the best way to say it. A good one to use is the smoked paprika. It's a game changer, especially with your meats. It is a game changer. I was told about it by my nurse probably a year ago. Been buying it and using it ever since. especially when I cook my roast. When I am able to cook, if I can't cook it sitting on a bar stool and sliding across the kitchen floor, or like in the crock pot, then generally I don't cook it. If it's something I can put on and walk away from, then generally I can cook it. If it's something I have to stand over, like I don't cook pancakes anymore. I don't cook eggs anymore. I don't do a lot of stir fry anymore. Anything that requires my standing attention, unless I can use a bar stool and slide back and forth in my kitchen, I don't, because I can't stand that long. But I love to cook. I absolutely love to cook. So knowing that I'm making these runners, I have, at one point I measured it, and I wanted it to go from 12 inches to 15 inches. Well, that 15 inches came really fast, and I do want the graduating effect on each end. I still think I want it to be 18 inches, I think. Nope, I don't want it to be 18 inches. I'm glad I rejected. I am so happy I rejected. So 14 and a half, maybe 14 inches. 14 inches will probably be perfect for what I need. I am so glad I checked that, because at first I said I wanted it to be 18 inches, but it's going to give me an overhang on the top that I don't want. And right now I just got this up to 7 inches from 4 1/4. And all I've done is increase the ends. I'm using a half double crochet, and on every other row I do my increase on the ends. So that's all I'm doing. And I got about 7 inches to go. Okay, I just didn't increase that row, so this is just a straight row. Something else about me, I recently discovered sleep. Sleep is an amazing thing. I find myself sleeping in this chair a lot. So here lately I have closed my Chromebook. Yes. Put my crocheting down, turn my TV off, and I have gone to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel so refreshed. I feel like a bar of zest. Zestfully clean. Zestfully clean. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. How many of y'all remember that commercial? Okay guys, I have kept you all for about 40 minutes. By the time we get to the 45 mark, I am going to be saying good nights to everybody, because I do want to try to get this uploaded before midnight, because I don't like to be saying it is October 14th when it's actually October 15th, even though most of you will probably be seeing this on October 15th. I got goals. I got goals. I got goals. So when I finish this row right here, I'm going to put it down and close everything out and look at TV while I get this uploaded. And then I'll do all my little girly things before I climb in my queen size bed, a bed fit for a queen. So you guys, focus on loving yourself. Please do that for you, not even for me. Do it for you. Self-love is the best love there is. I'm telling you. But in the process, please know and believe that I love you. Those two content creators that I mentioned, Jennifer and Kayla, you'll see a list of content creators in my description box. I will highlight those that I mentioned throughout my video so that you will see them there. Okay. These are absolutely beautiful people that I think all should follow. One more that I need to shout out, and I probably will every day because she records Be Still and Know every day. I call her Auntie Maureen. Her channel is My Crochet Story, and she gives you a word every day. So these are people that you might want to check out. And congratulations to Mama Kayla and her success in her craft fairs at her church. I'm so proud of you, Mama Kayla. When I saw, especially the Harry Potters, oh my God, I thought they were absolutely amazing when you were making them. And then the fact that they placed, oh, that was amazing. My heart just got so full and bubbly when I saw that. But know that I love you too, Mama Kayla. And I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. And the babies, Zeke, I just think he's the greatest for being there when you need him. But I love you and Big Daddy. Jennifer, you know I love you too. Lisa, I love you too. Drea, Kiara, all of you, Juan, Mikey, Tony, Crystal, all of you. Auntie Maureen and Auntie Carrie. Denise. All of you guys, I love you so much. I don't mean to leave anybody else. Tina, yes, everybody. Love you guys. And you have an awesome, awesome 15th. I will see you again on the 15th. Peace.